Jim Obergefell, the man whose name is synonymous with marriage equality, now warning the win he fought so hard for is facing new threats.
Did you think 10 years on you'd still be answering questions about the same topic?
I certainly wasn't expecting to be talking about the threats to marriage equality, the potential for Obergefell to be overturned.
In June of 2015, it was the Supreme Court ruling on his landmark case, Obergefell v. Hodges, that gave same-sex couples the constitutional right to marry. But a decade later, he says that battle continues.
What would you say to them, someone who feels like it's safe, marriage equality is safe?
Abortion rights. For 49 years, people grew up with that right. And then with the proverbial stroke of a pen on that decision, that right was taken away. We have to learn from that.
Since the 2022 Dobbs decision revoked the constitutional right to abortion in the U.S., many, including Obergefell himself, have wondered if same-sex marriage may be overturned as well.
In his concurring opinion on Dobbs overturning Roe versus Wade, Clarence Thomas specifically called out Obergefell. We should not feel safe.
Over the last 6 months, Republican lawmakers in 10 states have introduced measures aimed at rolling back same-sex marriage rights.
A resolution to condemn the Supreme Court of the United States decision in Obergefell versus Hodges.
Restore marriage to a union between one man and one woman.
To reverse Obergefell versus Hodges decision.
What this resolution does is it rejects the Obergefell decision.
NBC News has reached out to the authors of these states' resolutions. They either declined an interview or did not respond. None of the resolutions have passed yet and are non-binding even if they do. But Mass Resistance, the anti-marriage equality group that has helped write many of the resolutions, says just keeping opposition to the Obergefell ruling in the public eye is a win for them. The group telling NBC News they think this should be left up to the states, and they question the constitutional grounds of the 5-4 ruling.
Marriage is a right, and it shouldn't be dependent on where you live to be able to enjoy that right. Why is queer marriage any different than interracial marriage or any other marriage?
Obergefell says he never set out to be the voice of this movement. He learned his partner, John Arthur, had a terminal ALS diagnosis. So in 2013, they decided to fly from their home state of Ohio to wed in Maryland, where same-sex marriage was legal. But realizing their marriage would not be recognized on Arthur's Ohio death certificate, Obergefell went to court.
I'm here today in front of our nation's highest court.
And won. A bittersweet celebration as Arthur died before the ruling.
You know, people stop me still and hug me. Often they start crying and they talk about what this decision, what marriage equality means to them personally or for someone they love.
Public opinion has shifted over the last decade. Now 69% of Americans support same-sex marriage. That had increased across parties, but dipped recently among Republicans to 46% now in favor. And just last year, Justice Samuel Alito wrote about what he called the danger of the Obergefell case, saying he worries Americans who do not hide their adherence to traditional religious beliefs about homosexual conduct will be labeled as bigots. Despite the continued back and forth, Obergefell says there's plenty to celebrate in the decades since that landmark ruling.
Where do you think we'll be in 5 years? Are you optimistic?
My husband, John, was a very optimistic person, and he certainly had an impact on me. So I do my best to stay optimistic. I have to accept and be confident in that and have hope that we will prevail.
Stephen Romo, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.